last night, didn't lose your mind. Squad, I'm dead. 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 Squad. Oh my God! Fire! Squad, I'm dead.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We're all set to bring you a terrific contest here as these two divisional rivals renew acquaintances for the first time this season. There's always a little something extra at stake when these teams face off. It's the Falcons going up against the Panthers.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And Green with a catch left side. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is knocked down from the side. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Mario Addison. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that'll bring up a third down.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a third down.
On third down, Ryan. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Matt Bosher, seventh-year man from Miami, on to punt. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Now a first carry for Jonathan Stewart. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And ready now for 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Newton. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A Carolina first, Newton to Benjamin. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. A shotgun snap for Newton. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
A play fake to Stewart. It's Newton. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Newton. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended target that time was Jonathan Stewart, and it's 3rd and short.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, you know, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Newton on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
On 1st down, Ryan. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a 1st down. From the gun, it's Ryan. Green with a catch left side. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Thomas Davis from his outside linebacker spot. He comes up to drop him for a loss of 10. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. So they're operating in the red zone. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the safety, Kurt Coleman. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Now Newton. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Newton turns and hands to Stewart. And some room to maneuver. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Operating from the gun, Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career. You're saying that's going into the trophy case? I'd put it there. Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Green. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays,
Makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Now the pitch to Freeman. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right about the 20. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Reminder later tonight, a good one down in Miami. It'll be the Raiders and the Dolphins. A lot of playoff history between those two in the 70s.
Yeah, there sure is.
And then tomorrow night, we wrap up Week 9, the unofficial halfway point of the season with the Lions and Packers from Lambeau. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This one complete to Devin Funchess. A good pickup there of 20 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Now a first down throw for Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Collins. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They go back to Stewart on first. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Now Stewart on first down. Able to fight through one tackle. And down to the 36-yard line here. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They go play action here on first down. Going for it all. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. It's Desmond Trufant.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Freeman again. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
A first half update now from Philadelphia. And the Eagles out in front early. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Newton on first down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Well, when defensive coordinators game plan to put pressure on a quarterback, they often want to use blindside rushes, and that's exactly what they did there. The cornerback gets to him and drops him.
To throw on second down is Newton. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. They go play action with Stewart. Now Newton. is incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now Newton on first down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, it's Newton. And that'll be caught. Panthers touchdown. It's Benjamin with a grab. Kelvin Benjamin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now a toss right, Freeman. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Second down following the run. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. This is caught inside the 15. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Gabriel, the man in motion. From the shotgun, Ryan. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now Ryan on second down. And oh, So not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
They'll try to run it. It's Hill. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive. Go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top as we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Newton, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now Ryan on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
2nd down now after the incompletion. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Ryan. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Look, Carolina had a number of issues last year, and that's why they slumped to 6-10 after a Super Bowl appearance. But pass rush wasn't a problem for them. They still got to the quarterback.
47 total sacks. That was just one behind Arizona, who led the league.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue for them, young corners that gave up a lot of big plays.
Taking it about the 16. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Panthers will get it here as they take possession. Carolina getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it down deep into Atlanta territory. A big play there for the Panthers. 43 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
I absolutely love that play call there. They just came off of a big play. They've got momentum in their direction, and they come back and take the shot at the end zone, just unable to complete it. But I love their aggressiveness.
And you feel like the defense, a sigh of relief, could have been back-to-back really big plays. Dancing to his left. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st. A fresh set of downs, and they're at the... And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Jonathan Stewart, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Gano out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
operating from the gun. Ryan swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Steps away. And he's got some space here. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And the wideout in motion. They run, Devontae Freeman. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air? Let's see. 2nd and 9. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. The Falcons on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. On the counter, it's Hill. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And Bryant's kick is good. And we are all tied at 16 apiece. So it's another field goal here, his 3rd of the game. Maybe not exactly what you're looking for, but it does bring them level.
Baby steps there. You don't want to go for it on 4th down and come away with nothing. So it's a bit of a safe call, but at least it gets them back on level terms.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. He finds an opening past the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Fresh set of downs here. Newton now to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. And we're back now in Charlotte. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
This is Coleman. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
On 2nd down, Ryan. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
About 3 yards there to the 27.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
To throw on 3rd down, Ryan. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Here's Ryan to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that. And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
On first down, Newton. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Off the bootleg. Newton. Being chased out left. Finds a seam inside the 40. And he's brought down. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
And the tight end Olsen, right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
We've been together a little while now, partner. How often do we actually describe tight ends as nifty? Because that's what I think of when I see Greg Olsen on the field. His ability to run routes, create space and separation, and make those catches downfield.
Yeah, sure consistent. The numbers the last couple of years almost identical, and both over 1,000-yard seasons. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Stewart shedding through. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. So the offense has it, 6-yard line, 1st and goal. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The Falcons going to use another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Second down, the ball on the 2 here, 2nd and goal. And he stopped immediately there. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. So 3rd and goal, Stewart. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Tie game here. Time starting to run down. The defense really needs to try and keep this game tied, see if they can get the ball back for the offense. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end. And it's third down. So not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
On third down, Ryan. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it now out of the gun. Finding some room at midfield. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Ryan. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on third down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Throwing now is Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Newton to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Now Newton. Forced out to his left. And some space here. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Newton. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. This from 52, and this for the win. And his kick is absolutely perfect. On the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter in Philadelphia. And it was the Eagles that wound up winners in that one. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Carolina, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Miami Dolphins come to town. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon.